My culture is not your damn train passenger. So I'm about to travel 1,400 plus miles, that's about 2,300 kilometers, in a single day by train all the way up to Beijing. So how did I actually get onto the train? Because I'm now on the train to Beijing, which should be leaving shortly and will take about, I think, 9 hours or so. Anyway, the thing is, I had to first get onto the metro, so that means passing through security, taking the metro or the underground subway to the main train station. Now, at the train station, you know, you have to basically go and line up at a ticket window in order to get your tickets, because foreigners unfortunately can't use the very convenient vending machines. If you happen to have a Chinese ID card, all you need to do is go to the ticket vending machines and very easily get your ticket, but you know, unfortunately we can't. So I had to line up. Ticket windows were closed when I got there, but they shortly opened, and after dealing with a queue jumper or two, I got my tickets, no big deal. Thing is, next I had to go and pass through another security in order to get to the waiting area. Okay, so basically, if you can't read Chinese, this ticket's a nightmare, right? But basically all it says is it's going from Futian, where I am, to Guangzhou Nan, which is the Guangzhou South station. Right at the top right hand corner, over there, is the waiting area too. So I can actually see over here, there it is, number 2, check-in is over there. So kind of somewhere down there, I guess. Yeah, because over there it says check-in 1 all the way at the far wall over there, so must be. And it tells you the ticket price, which is 82 RMB. I don't know the dollar amount. I'll throw it up on the screen. But that's just to get to Guangzhou. That's not to get to Beijing, right? That's all you really need to know, and of course the very important number of your train, which you can actually go and see up on those boards in the distance. If you look up there, you can match the number. China still has a long way to get to a point where it's bilingual with this stuff, or international. So if you are just here traveling, you will probably get quite confused. So let's go take a look at what these people are waiting for. Ah yes, and unfortunately this huge crowd is waiting for my train, which is G6486. Still another 20-25 minutes to go, but people are already lining up. Thing is, you might be wondering, why is everybody queuing up there when there are seat numbers? Because there are designated seat numbers. My seat is 6 car 07D. Well, the thing is, people carry a lot of luggage, and they carry more luggage than they should. Like, everybody's got like 3-4 bags or whatever, and there's limited luggage space. So people are queuing up there so they can rush on there and shovel their luggage in the overhead compartments and, you know, rush to seats and things like that. It's a madhouse whenever you travel in China, because, you know, there's a lot of Western etiquettes that we take for granted. Things like not cutting in line, things like being courteous and letting people pass and, you know, sit down and stuff. China hasn't reached that yet. I'm not saying it won't, but, you know, when you travel in China, you'll very, very quickly become painfully aware that that's something sorely lacking from Chinese society. Once I was on the first train, I had to politely ask a guy to stop listening to his, I don't know, comedy show or whatever, top volume right next to me. These constant announcements, they literally go on for like 10 minutes without stopping. It's so annoying. So you got to deal with that. You got to deal with this guy listening to his cartoon at like top volume, which is ridiculous. Let me try and ask him to stop. 先生，有没有耳机？先生，有没有耳机？那个太大声音。好，谢谢。女士们、先生们，为了满足您在旅途网站或铁路123。I don't want to be, for lack of a better word, a dick. But you know, the thing is, nobody will ever speak up in China, and that's another big issue. And the reason people don't speak up is because, well, they just don't want confrontation. It's the Confucius way. Oh, thank God that announcement finally stopped. Oh, no, please. Well, he actually was quite pleasant about turning it off or turning it down. We arrived at the next station, tons of people crowded in, it was quite a squeeze, and we finally made it to the Guangzhou South train station. So of course the escalator is not working, and I have a fair amount of luggage with me over there. I'm gonna have to carry it up these stairs. This happens more often than you'd expect. Okay, I'm at the top of the stairs now, and let's go check out this Guangzhou South train station. It's pretty nice. So anyway, the Guangzhou South train station is massive, as you can see. But of course I needed to find out where my next train was going to be boarding, so I had to check my ticket. Okay, so according to this, the waiting area is B19, and well, oh, I'm actually kind of close. That's 16, 17, so it'll be over there, where that massive big crowd is. Fan-bloody-tastic. Another big queue, another lot of pushing and shoving, but luckily I was there early enough to get into the train early because this train is packed. By the way, if you're interested in the cost of the journey, this leg of the journey is 862 RMB, and the one from Shenzhen to Guangzhou was about 82 RMB, so altogether this is what I'm paying to take a train to Beijing. So it is a 4:45. I started this journey at 7:30 a.m. and you know, the further north I get, the more sort of gloomy and glum it's been. I mean, it started really nice and bright and green and blue skies down south, but as I've progressed, you know, every time I look out the window it's just getting worse and worse. But that's China, man. You know, the north is always more polluted. It's just the way it is. So I'm actually arriving at the Beijing West station right now. You see some of the bullet trains out there. And well, yeah, there's going to be a mad rush of everybody trying to get off, so I'm just going to stay in my seat and watch the circus. And then when it's all cleared out, I'm going to head out. So here I am in Beijing, and I believe that my exit is down there somewhere, so let's go find out. The joys of traveling by train. Right, no, my journey is not over yet. I actually have to get out of the station, find the metro, because I have to go probably another hour on the metro to get to my friend's place. So, early days yet. This massive crowd over here is where you exit the station and you have to present your ticket to the machines, but this is a really big crowd. Okay, now that I've made it through that madness, I have to go find the subway, which I believe is this way, and then try to figure out, because I've never been to my friend's new place, figure out exactly how to get there. Oh, look, we have a taxi scammer. Those guys that say hello taxi, never take them. I have a video about that. So here's another one. Hello. Never take those guys. And they know they're being filmed now. Okay, so I've got these extra queues to look forward to. See, that's the security to go into the subway. I have to go all the way down this cattle sheep guiding, whatever you call this thing down here. Come all the way back to here, and they go around and do another security check. Now, this would be confusing for someone who doesn't understand Chinese, because they've got a map over here. But I'd just like to point out that although they do have the pinyin, just kind of the romanization of the characters for each of these stations, the actual lines themselves, they don't actually tell you which line is which is a bit annoying. But if you can read Chinese, it's okay. Now, my friend lives on the 5th line, and if I look over here, it does tell you in Chinese. So, like here, we can take a look. This says over here, Di Tie Wu Hao Xian, which means the 5th line. So I know it's this sort of light, kind of magenta, whatever that color is. But if you don't speak Chinese, it can be quite confusing. You might be spending a lot of time just staring at this map, trying to find your station. Yeah, okay, so it's 5 RMB to buy a ticket. Here we go. Okay, so that's the Beijing metro card, I guess. So let's get in there. Of course, what you want after a long train journey like that is a nice crowded subway to get into for a good hour or whatever. Anyway, suck it up and let's see. Oh, I got an extra bunch of people just crowded in now. Lovely. Yeah, really nice. So we have beggars on the metro here in Beijing. That's interesting. Well, here I am in Beijing, and I'm fairly close to my friend's apartment. It is 5 minutes past 7. I left my house at 7:30 a.m. So there we go, 11 and a half hours to get here. It's been quite the journey. I hope you guys enjoyed coming along. I think you may have noticed in the beginning, instead of my classic VHS intro, there was a mini disc intro. That signifies that this is not a full-featured SerpentZA video. This is kind of like a daily vlog thing that I'm going to be doing during my time in Beijing. It's actually in response to a challenge that a Swedish vlogger that lives up in Shanghai gave me, and he said, like, he challenged me to make a daily vlog for a week, and that's not my style. So I thought, since I'm up in Beijing, I'm going to be making some serious videos up here, like some full-length SerpentZA ones, you know, with the drone and with the proper cameras and everything. I thought, hey, why not just do this daily vlog thing? Maybe you guys will enjoy it. Let me know in the comments if you found this interesting or not. Anyway, guys, just like the high-speed rail network here in China, I hope that all of you guys can
stay awesome, everybody.
Stay awesome.
Excellent, that's so cool.